Welcome back to Drinking It In. I am your host, Chris Casara, and we are doing a cellar raid for a few reasons. Number one, friend of the channel, Mikey Eyssimont signed with the Boston Bruins, and we did an interview with him a while back. I know he enjoys Italian wine, so I figured let's raid the cellar for this GD Vajra Barolo Ravera from 2010 in his honor, as well as us just being a little overdue for another cellar raid. 2010 as a vintage in Europe, but certainly in Italy, certainly in France. Legendary vintages, really highly rated, and very structured wines that were built for aging, right? So I grabbed a bunch of 2010 Barolos, probably just, let's call it a mixed case, not much more than that. I still have 4 2010 bottles left. I also have a 2011. A couple of those are, I'm forgetting the producer. I just took a video. I'm going to flash it on the screen, but from different vineyards, right? Casamate, Ginestra, and then I have a Luigi Baldana from Serralunga d'Alba. Needs much more aging. Serralunga d'Alba wines typically. And we have an Alveo Conio Barolo Ravera. So we'll try that one again relatively soon. When you think about aging Barolo, they're all, you know, if they're in a good year and made by a great producer, they're all very age-worthy. But certain wines require more time. Like I was saying, anything from Serralunga d'Alba, it's a darker fruit profile. They're usually bigger, more tannic, more structure. They just need more time. So I would taste through the other 2010 Barolos I have before I open that one. That would be the last one I open, just because of the reputation of that region, and I mean it has a reputation for a reason. As I've tasted more and more Barolo over the years, what I've concluded is anything labeled Ravera tends to be my favorite. These wines tend to be brighter. They're not like dark and brooding. They still have plenty of tannin, grip, and structure, but they're much more bright cherries and a little more tart than typical Barolo. And I just find that energy and that flavor profile is delightful for me. I'm giving this a little air because I did just open it a few minutes ago, and it would probably benefit from a decant. It smells pretty nice though. I was gonna say, if this doesn't really open up in the next few minutes, and I'll probably consider doing a day 2 tasting, just tack that on to the end of the video. So, stay tuned for that if you're interested, because these wines evolve. These wines evolve as the wine gets more oxygen in it. And I think that's an important part of your wine journey, is to explore the evolution of a bottle. Now, not every wine is going to ebb and flow over the course of, a few days, but a lot of these really nice wines, especially if you're drinking and they're drinking older wines, they're gonna need time. They're gonna need time to breathe after being cooped up in a bottle for 15 years. So I probably bought these, in, 2012, 2013. They've been in every incarnation of my cellar, whether that was in suburban Massachusetts to Washington, D.C., to this being the second spot in Providence. Hopefully the wine made the trips okay, because there was some distance covered. There's a pretty nose. It's actually black cherries. A little rosy note. Nebbiolo and Barolo, 100% Nebbiolo wines. They have a reputation for being a little floral, having that rose petal note. And I'm definitely getting that in here. I'm getting a bit of it's a faint, it's not quite black licorice. I'm gonna call it more star anise. Like I have a big jug of star anise pods, right, as a spice. And if I were to put my nose into that jug, there's a bit of that in here. Black cherry, rose petals, star anise. The wine definitely made the various cellar trips and various cellar conditions. It definitely came through in a good way. Let's taste it. Yeah, these things are just so bright. There's a bit of tannin still in there. And, you know, something from this 2010 vintage. I think Wine Spectator had it rated 97. They say drink or hold right now. I would share that opinion in that you can drink this today. I am drinking this today, but you can also hold these wines for many more years. This wine has a lot of life left in it. The cherries, the brightness, there's just such a bright tart cherry vibe to this wine that it makes you just want to keep coming back for more. And it doesn't overwhelm. Like, so you don't have to be like, oh, well, I've got to have a big steak or a stew in order to have this. It doesn't overwhelm. I wouldn't drink this with fish, but it's not going to overpower your meal. There's some of that menthol-y note that you sometimes get in high-end Barolo. You also get it. I also get it in some of the some Spanish wines. But that menthol note, it's more menthol than mint, but that's coming through on the end, getting a tiny wisp of that up my nose, you know, in your nasal cavities because it a little warms you up. This is just, it's as beautiful as I remembered it. And I'm excited to taste this over the next couple of days. And I hope you're all enjoying these videos. NHL free agency. Congrats, Mikey Eyssimont. Glad you're going to be playing locally. It'll be a lot easier for us to grab tickets and see you. And I'll be talking to you guys soon. Cheers. Hey, if you'd like more wine videos, wine knowledge, how to find values, and how to stock your cellar at home, then hit that subscribe button. It really would mean a lot to me. And we'd love to have you aboard.